My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is November 5th, 2024. It is 12:30 a.m. That's the eve of our election. Oh my God, not the eve. This is the day of our election. Hopefully, people vote the right way. And we'll see how this country will move forward. And if we do vote the right way, and I like to thank all the American people who took it upon themselves to spread the proper information, to inform people of what's going on. Because those people, the Trump people, the GOP, they thought they mapped out, they had the blueprint of how to steal the democracy from us. So the regular people like myself, my channel's suffering from telling you what I'm aware of, or at least that information that I shuffle through the world of the internet to share with you. My channel is suffering for that. And all the other professionals, the lawyers, who respect the integrity of their field, of their craft, whatever it is that they went to study for, their diploma, their respective field of work, who took it upon themselves to spread the news and the truth. Okay, so may God bless America. May God bless all the people who see the light. And I think my prayers have been answered, even though I don't know who wins yet. Because compared to when I first started and to where we are now, there are a good majority of people who see the light. When I pray, let the blind see, foot soldiers. The other day I was thinking when, I forgot something Kelly, what's his position? He's a high officer. He worked on when Trump was in office. When I pray for foot soldiers to do the right thing. And the other day I was thinking, and I was like, maybe these were some of the people I was praying for, because, Trump wanted to do the bad things, and they were there to prevent him from, doing bad things, to make the American people suffer. So I thank God for that. I don't normally do prayer at the beginning of my videos, but I feel like I should do a prayer to thank God for some of the things that I've heard now when I was praying before, which I wasn't aware of. Some of them have been answered. Let's just pray for thanks. That just crossed my mind. That was not part of the plan, but let me pause and think, because I don't want it to give me Thanksgiving and all of that. I think gratitude will fill in for thanks. Prayer for gratitude. Okay. A simple prayer of gratitude. Thank you, Lord, for the blessings you have bestowed on my life. You have provided me with more than I could ever imagine. You have surrounded me with people who always look out for me. You have given me family and friends who bless me every day with kind words and action. This prayer I've repeated so many times on my in some of my videos, and I was starting to get tired of it, because when I ask for different prayers of thanks, and there it is here, gratitude, it always popped up. But now, knowing what I know now, it means completely different for me. Like, for instance, here, you have provided me with more than I could ever imagine. This part here, you have surrounded me with people who always look out for me. Especially with General John Kelly, who I think recently I played one of his audio that says, I think something Kelly. Why can I remember his position? I had to look for it. There it is, John Kelly. All right. So him, he is one of the foot soldiers. It seems like if you go back to some of my videos when I'm praying for foot soldiers to do the right thing and all of that, it seems like it was for him, because when you hear some of the things that he said, it's mind-boggling. Let's listen to this audio, for instance. Okay, former chief of staff to Trump, John Kelly, on tape, saying Trump will praise Hitler isn't an October surprise if you've been paying attention. I'm telling you. There were some other things that he was saying, that when Trump wanted to shoot protesters, the Black Lives Matter. I think it was former Defense Secretary Mark Epster says that Trump wanted to shoot protesters on the leg or something like that. And all of that. It's people like him who were around him who's telling Trump, no, you can't do that. So it looks like these were some of the prayers for whom I was sending prayers for. Okay, let's pick one of these. Let's listen to this. It's a minute and 5 seconds, and then I'll start the video, going in my background of the channel, and then go to my list.
He commented more than once that, that Hitler did some good things too. And of course, if you know history, again, I think he's lacking in that. But if you know what Hitler was all about, it'd be pretty hard to make an argument that he did anything good.
So what would you say when he said to you that Hitler did a lot of good things?
Well, I tell him that. I said, sir, first of all, you should never say that. But if you knew what Hitler was all about from the beginning to the end, everything he did was in support of his racist, fascist life, philosophy, so that nothing he did you could argue was good. It was certainly not done for the right reason. And but he would occasionally say that.
What would he say when you would lay that out to him?
Well, you just, that'd be the end of the conversation usually.
All right, so there's more to this audio. When you get a chance, go search online. He said more stuff about, what happened behind closed doors between him and Trump and things like that. All right, so this is what I have for you guys. So I like to thank God for that. Okay, some of the prayers that I've said in the past, prayer for foot soldiers, let the blind see. I don't know how the outcome is gonna be, but one thing for sure, how we started to see so many people were in the dark, not seeing what was happening, to where we are now, which is today, is our day to a reckoning, whether we choose democracy or dictatorship, because Trump already told us this will be the last time we will vote if he wins. Okay, so we have gone a long way. Good amount of people, some of his base, have seen the light. This is what my gratitude prayer for, and for people to see the light, and John Kelly for, prevent the madmen from doing bad things to people, to the American people. All right, so I don't know how many videos I'm gonna have here. So there's an article I might read, and there's a thread I will share with you that has to do with the royal family and stuff like that, and a little bit more about the slum landlord William. There's some tweets about that, and this tweet I left out. I missed it on my last recording. For some reason, I skipped it. When I was editing, once I go to the next tweet, it wasn't there. So I skipped it by mistake. So I have it. And then there's a ByLine article I will read. I think it's only one. Okay? So I don't know how many videos that will be. And then this might be for PYTE. Prince Harry and Michelle Obama. It seems like it's an old video, but I'll share it with you. And there's some other things, pastor who responded to a tweet or something like that. So a couple tweets to share with you. Okay, so I don't know how many videos I will have for today. So let's go in the background of this channel. I grabbed the link. Let's put it, because I'll be back here again. This will be the tweet. let's put, okay, it's a thing. Right, 4,457 subscribers, new subscribers welcome. Estimate revenue $118.88. It's not moving. It's not moving. Look at, I had 4 videos yesterday. Let's see how some of them did here. Okay, so because they have to do with leading up to the election, so I had to put them out yesterday. So they're not doing well at all. Okay, some of them don't even break 100 views. So who knows? All right, so they're not doing well at all. Let's go to analytics. May God help this channel. All right, in the last 48 hours, 719 views in the last 48 hours. So you guys need to share the videos and like, comment, and I appreciate some of you who leave comments and say hi and things like that. Okay, so let's go on Twitter. All right, so this is one of the tweets that I missed yesterday. Okay, me either. So he retweeted that, Stephen King, that's the author. Until the day I die, I will never understand how this wasn't the end of it. Meaning like the end of Trump's presidency. People were blind. People were blind. Okay, so many things he has said and done that should have ended his career. I simply don't understand the blind attraction that some people have for him. There's the thing again. Why did you write a book where 11 to 12-year-olds engage in... Okay, let me not go there. Okay, my YouTube channel. Okay, forget it. The responses are going a different direction. I don't want to go into that. All right, so this, I missed it last time on my last video, so I wanted to bring it up. I even forgot that's what it was about. Okay, so now this has to do with ByLine, and I will read the article because I want to know what it is about. Okay, I shared that on my community board already. Okay, so ByLine Times reveal Trump campaigns received $45 million from Tufton Street donors. I don't know who they are. I guess the article will explain. A transatlantic web of dark money ties UK with thank donors to Donald Trump and US Republicans reveal. Peter, there's some people they tag here. There's me who put it this. You should not be surprised by this thumbnails. These are the people the Brits sent to the RNC. And I tagged Midas Touch, Rachel Maddow, Lawrence O'Donnell, you know, the typical. It's illegal for foreigners to donate to U.S. election campaigns. All right, so let's go to the article. Revealed Trump campaigns received $45 million from Tufton Street donors. It was written yesterday, Peter Georgian and Max Colbert. How long is this? Looks like a decent read. Let me make sure it's in 100. Oh my God, it was small. Okay. Donald Trump and U.S. Republican campaigns have received more than $45 million from donors who have funded an influential network of right-wing think tank and in the UK, a group investigation by Democracy for Sale and ByLine Time has discovered. Tufton Street outfits such as the Institute of Economic Affairs and the Global Warming Policy Foundation refused to declare their donors, but the identity of some funders have been revealed. Non-donors include oil and gas firm and leading Conservative Party funders. That election that's going on in the US, it's very important because when you look at different dictators or different countries, how they run, certain groups already have a grasp of the country, of their respective countries. You have Putin definitely got his country under his grasp, and the UK, you know, you might see people voting and things like that, but right now I believe it's Labour Party who won, and the people did vote the right way this time, so kudos to them. But what I've realized is that it's almost the same way when what's the president before Putin? I don't know his name, but the president before Putin, when people vote for him, it seems like he was just holding the position for Putin. And then now once Putin come in, he pretty much, you know, keep the position for himself. It's pretty much a dictatorship over there. Okay, so the UK, it's in the facade of things, pretend it's a democracy and all of that, but it's not. All the key players, they just, how do you call it? Musical chair. That's it. Musical chairs. They're holding for one and then the next one, but the goal is the same. They are one group. Again, that's me from outside, okay? The way that I see it. And this is not to say it is a fact, but just my perspective of things. The Labour Party and the Tories, the same. It will need, for the UK to completely change, it will need a set of brand new young people who are truly for democracy, because money will be flying in front of them. These people, they have money to influence people. You see what they're doing in the US. They're trying to influence young people to vote, to spread misinformation. So young people will have to be laser focused on how they want things to change. And if they get elected, they do what they said they're gonna do. Focus on the change that they want to make. It's almost like being in a tunnel. Forget all of the noise, because money will be flowing in to distract them from focusing on what's right. So it will need this type of people to make a change in the UK. So they could have votes, they could have election and all of that, but all the key players, they are just playing musical chairs. All right? But their objective remain the same. Okay? So these group have their position. The only position they haven't grasped yet is the United States. And this is where we are now. Because Trump was gonna be the main one along with the GOPs. Okay? They will keep this is like territory, how gangs work. Each one have their own position, their own turf, their own territory. Okay, to manage. And then all the little people, me, you, other people who have bright ideas to do different things, they will suppress them. Only them, the groups who are in power, will have the say on things. So they can do that until they have American on board. And Trump will have been the group, along with the GOPs, will be the group that will manage this side of the, of the territory kind of thing. So this is where we are now. We are on our last brink. The world is waiting for America. And today is the day where we will decide. And the mistake that these people have, they had covered their bases. They grab all mainstream media. The Epstein, the Maxwell. They were the foot soldiers for them to corrupt a lot of Americans, make them do bad things, and then capture them in videos so they could be submissive to comply to what they want them to do. But one thing they forgot about the American people. Not everybody is for money. So this is where we are now. We are this is it pretty much. And then if we do jump this hurdle, we need to be very focused on who's going to try to imitate, pretend to be part of democratic type of, we just have to be open-minded, because the Democrats could be as easily corrupted as they did. I mean, there are some that are corrupt. I'm not saying they are perfect. There are some that are corrupt. But the way the Republicans have been so corrupt, it's so infested. They're playing it right in front of everybody. But they were so used to it. They thought they got it under control. They cover all of their bases. But, and thank God there are some, okay, who said, no, we're not going to be submissive to that type of government. So we need to be very open-minded, and it could happen to any group of political party. All right? But anyway, I lose track. All right? So, okay, let's see here. Oh my God, I like to point where I am, but I don't want the dark part hovering over it. Okay, at least 15 individuals and companies who have donated to Tufton Street think tank and campaign groups over the past decade have made $45.5 million in campaign donation to Trump supporting political committees and Republicans in state races, according to data from U.S. election and corporate filing. This is why these people are fighting so tooth and nail to take our democracy away, because they're paying them to do that. I'm not surprised one bit. Not one bit. British American tobacco and billionaires sanctioned by Ukraine, a leading financier, and American Harris, who has been accused of supporting racism and climate denial, have all donated to both Tufton Street and Republican campaign ahead of Tuesday's vote. I'm not surprised one bit. The IEA and other Tufton Street outfit were among the most vocal supporters of Liz Truss. This is why they came to the RNC, who has endorsed Trump. Responding to this investigation, Labour MP Clive Lewis said, quote, "We can clearly see that the same organization, companies, and vested interests that are backing Donald Trump, one of the most hard right-wing racist demagogue over to run for president, are also backing Tufton Street." It's no surprise Trump and Tufton Street have very similar policies. They seek to undermine democracy. That's it. I'm not surprised one bit. Undermine democracy and reduce the power of civil society and the interests of big corporate interests. It's a web of dark money that people need to be aware of. Again, not surprised one bit. British American Tobacco donates $17.2 million to Republican. The thing is that these people, they want to be part, they're, part of society, business oriented. They have the money. They want, it's almost like a game for them. Okay? It's almost like a game for them. But in order for them to be part of that game, they want to cheat. They can't play the game fairly. So this is what this boils down to. When you look at business, it's not a game because there's a lot at stake. Their families, their well-being, education, and all of that, of their families, food, and all of that. But they have so much, it become a game for them or to them. It become a game. The business become a game to them. But in order for them to play the game with the law and regulation that are in place, they want to undermine it and at the same time playing the game. They cannot play it fairly. That's all it is. So this is why they're throwing so much money out there, because they want to undermine the rule of the game. To boil it down to. Okay, British American Tobacco donates $17.2 million to Republican in the current cycle through two U.S. subsidiaries companies. The UK headquarters firm donations include $8.5 million to Trump's Make America Great Again Inc. PAC. Yeah, the U.S. needs to take money out of the... I don't know. This needs to be digged deep to be investigated and get this out of there. Kamala Harris has raised far more money than Trump overall, but while some Tufton Street donors have given to Democrats, the vast majority of their donation have gone to Republicans. Yeah, that's the thing. They're betting on both sides. So if let's say there's an investigation that goes on, they see so much money going into the Republican, and then they do investigation and they see the Democrat, they could say, we donate to both. All right, so they're playing both sides. So whichever wins the thing, so they could get favorable, deals kind of thing. British American Tobacco has donated just $960 to Harris' campaign. You see, that's all. So they could say, we gave some money here, but the other ones, they already know they are so corrupt. They give more. They know they will do the deal. But they just are covering both of their side. Okay, British American Tobacco has a long history of funding Tufton Street. The tobacco giant has donated to the institution Economic Affairs since the 1960s. Earlier this year, it emerged that the Tories abandoned a policy to ban smoking for future generations after coming under pressure from the IEA and other right-wing think tanks. The IEA Policy Exchange, the Global Warming Policy Foundation, and other Tufton Street groups have also received millions of pounds from foreign donors over the last decade. Among them is Ukrainian-born billionaire Leon Blavatnik, who has given the conservative think tank Policy Exchange more than $208,000. Blatnick has also donated more than $1 million to Republican causes since the start of last year through his company Access Industry. Blatnick, who is currently under Ukrainian sanction, has been a major donor to the British Conservative Party and recently gave £25,000 to Robert Jenrick's unsuccessful leadership campaign. They're just covering the bases so they could have favorable deals. That's all. I don't even need to read it. It's pretty much that to boil it down to. The link will be in the description. Let me read the last two paragraphs here. Since 2012, nearly $14.5 million have made its way from the U.S. donor to the Policy Exchange, Adam Smith Institute, Legatum Taxpayer Alliance, Global Warming Policy Foundation, and Institute of Economic Affairs, according to our analysis. The IEA declined to comment on this story. The GWPF, TPA, Legatum, ASI Policy Exchange, Thomas D. Clemnen, Nina Rosell, this group of people, British American Tobacco did not respond to requests for comments. It's pretty much what I said. All right. Oh, there's this one here. Let me read this paragraph. Trump has attempted to distance himself from Project 25, but some of his closest aides earlier this year boasted to undercover journalists that privately Trump supported its proposal. Yeah, we know all about that. All right, so it's a group of corruption. They want to do business, but to do the business, they have to undermine the rule of law. That's all it is. And then if they get Trump in power, you give Trump money and he'll turn a blind eye and curb the law for him, for those groups. And then they go on and do their thing. But they don't want a level playing field for everybody. All right. So that's that. Let me go to the next tweet. All right. All right. Let's see here. It's illegal to foreigners to donate to U.S. election. Yeah, they need to implement it more to enforce it. Quite strange, really. $45 million from the UK won't make a dent in the funding required for a U.S. election. It's the money coming the other way that's the real concern. Okay, good grief, excellent reporting. The Tufton connected. That seems to be money laundering as much as trying to influence political decision. Yeah, all of that too. Yeah, we need to redress Brexit. It is all intrinsically linked. Okay. I skipped that one. Why this full alarm that U.S. political parties garner large amount of money from wealthy individuals and their foundation? You think the Democrats don't do this as well? Like I was saying, they both do it. Let's see how this goes moving forward here. Okay, what you meant to say was that some American, thus legally entitled to donate to American election, had previously made far more meddling donation to Tufton Street, which is legally okay there too. You just willfully worded caught before horse accidentally. Okay, FFS, how is that dog money? Yet again, trying to discredit a past and future president of the United States. Okay, so that's that. It's the people needs to pay attention to their representative, who's for them, and when they do elect them, are they actually, doing your voice for you? If Trump wins, forget about all of that because he planned on dismantle the Constitution, so who knows what we might have. But if we continue with our current system, we need to pay more attention. People need to vote in every election. Come the midterm, we need to, if Kamala Harris wins, we need to make sure not to do the same mistake as President Obama in 2010, where many people did not vote. And this is where the Republican will start branching out again to undermine the current system that we have here. So we need to pay attention. All right, so that's that. Let's go. Now we're dealing with William. I don't know if this should be one video by itself.
great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.